Hey, hello everyone. So today we are going to be talking about if basically all of the GT Sport Cars are going to be in Gran Turismo 7. Will they? Well, I'm going to give you some evidence today. However, what I should have really titled this video is what car not to run in this race. Yeah, the GT by Citroën seemed like a good idea. It has a good amount of horsepower. It's a very light car. It just doesn't work against these cars that I'm currently racing against, but that's okay. Today we are talking about which cars are going to be in Gran Turismo 7. Now, Gran Turismo 7 hopefully will be released by the end of this year, and if it is, then we're all set, and I will be covering it here. If not, then that's totally okay. That number 6 guy, he just lost his... oh my god. Anyway, so will they be in Gran Turismo 7? Well, I'm going to say that they will. It does seem from the... well, he got his position back. It does seem like they... that guy just about hit me. It does seem like that Gran Turismo is going to be incorporating all of the GT Sport Cars in Gran Turismo 7. And the reason why I'm saying this is because Gran Turismo 7, from the trailers that we've seen so far, look pretty well identical when it comes to gameplay as Gran Turismo Sport. Now, of course, Gran Turismo 7 is going to have the basically new tracks, but it's going to have the actual season mode, your single player mode that everyone really wanted to see in Gran Turismo Sport, and they just never really gave it. So this car, what I'm using right now, is not very fast on this track against these cars, but at least some people are making mistakes, and I'm not really. But this is why I'm saying that most of the cars are going to be moved over, if not all of them. Also, there's still cars being released in Gran Turismo Sport. They're still releasing new cars. I know they took a little bit of a break for a little while when it came to new cars being released on the platform, and I really do think that the reason why they slowed down releasing updates of new cars in this game is because I think that they thought that Gran Turismo 7 was going to be released a lot earlier than it really was, and because of that, that's probably why they stopped releasing new cars in the game. However, they did release a couple of new ones recently, which does tell me that one of two things. For one, the game is going to be delayed until later this year, and for two, I think it's going to be also allowing all of the old cars to be incorporated into the new game. Think about how much of a save, or how much of a time save that would be for the developers. I think that would be massive. So I'm currently in 7th place in this race. Obviously there's a lot of people who have messed up, they've cut me off, but I haven't got any penalties as of yet, which is new because usually I'm getting tons of penalties because the system just doesn't like me, which is something that I do hope that the Gran Turismo 7 developers do fix. And some of that is when a car cuts me off and just for no reason cuts me off, but then their rear end still hits me and I knock them out just because that's what happens. Then maybe they can fix some of those penalties, at least in my opinion. I don't really fight over the penalties. I really don't care. It's only a game, but the penalty system does need to be fixed, and I'm hoping that in Gran Turismo 7 that they do fix that issue. Now, I'm going to be making a video very soon about their CEO, Yamaguchi. I cannot say his name. I'm so very sorry to anyone who can say Japanese names. I just cannot. I have issues with that, I guess, but their CEO does say, Polyphony Digital did say, their CEO does say that they are taking a lot of time with the small details in the game. So whether that be the actual small details inside of the car or the actual details of the tracks themselves, I would really think that could be the tracks themselves, but I am going to be releasing a video about that very soon, so stay tuned for that. as far as this race goes, I'm not doing too bad. I haven't really lost all that many positions as of yet, but this car is not exactly the fastest, and I just messed up on that corner really bad. And so did the guy behind me, apparently. So from there, that is why I am thinking that Gran Turismo Sport Cars, all of them are going to be in Gran Turismo 7. I also think that in Gran Turismo 7 they're going to have more cars available, which would be interesting, and also I think that there's going to be a lot more tracks available as well. Of course, I've mentioned that in other videos too. However, with the addition of some of these smaller cars, and I'm talking about some of these Toyotas that they have been releasing, that's telling me that these are just small cars that don't have a huge following. Things like new Mustangs and things like that. I would really like to see the new Mustang Shelby in the game as well, which would be very cool as well. Almost took that guy out. And not a bad turn, but he was able to make it up. But by adding in some of the newer cars, I think that the number of cars in the game will be massive. What I would also really like to see is when it comes to the ability to upgrade your car, which is something that they are bringing back to Gran Turismo 7, being able to maybe upgrade and put a whole new crate engine into the car as well. So if you were to potentially buy a V6 Mustang and then add in a V8 engine into it, that would be a really cool addition into the game. Now, I know that would turn it more into a Forza style upgrade system, but I really would like to see them do something like that. Maybe also having physical changes to the cars, like lowering, adding hood scoops or wings, a new hood, a new bumper, things like that, and make actual physical changes to the car. That would be kind of cool. It would be also kind of cool if they were to do car shows in the game as well. I think that that would be a beneficial thing for them. That would be kind of just a secondary non-racing style thing when it comes to the game. Now, this guy who I'm racing up against, we are like neck and neck. I'm going to try and take the wide turn. He does have better position on me, and he does get it, but then he pushes me off, and he doesn't even get a penalty. That's fantastic. Usually when I push players off by barely at all, I get a penalty for it. So we're on the final lap anyways. I've lost this race. If you're not first, you're last. Anyways, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. I knew I was going to get a penalty there. And I'll see you guys again next time.